night and welcome to the Galen Hour. It is always a pleasure to be here with you on Wednesday nights. This is our final episode for season 7. And tonight we're going to talk about the gift of a Galen education. This is a tagline that we carry because we truly believe that a Galen education is a gift for a lifetime. Tonight we have 3 of our head eagles in house. They are responsible for why Galen continues to provide excellence in education. It is a pleasure to have them on with us tonight. You will get to know them a little better, find out about their credentials, know about why Galen's programs should be programs that you choose for your continued tertiary education. I am Diana Gomez-Perifit. It is always a pleasure to be here with you on Wednesday nights. I get the pleasure of hosting the Galen Hour. The Galen Hour is a production of Galen University. It focuses on academic excellence, sustainable development, and lifelong learning. So I would like to start by introducing our deans, one at a time in a really official way. We have sitting on our couch tonight Dr. Eulalia Torres, who is the Dean of the Faculty of Education. Dr. Eulalia Torres is a dedicated educator with over 25 years of teaching experience. He is committed to lifelong learning. He holds a doctoral degree in language literacy and culture from Oklahoma State University, a master's degree in teaching English as a second language from Nova Southeastern University. Dr. Torres' greatest joy is observing his students grow academically, professionally, and personally. He is very passionate about fostering creativity and critical thinking in his students. His goal is to continue inspiring and touching the lives of future generations of learners. Dr. Torres has served as Galen University's center facilitator in Orange Walk District in the days when we had centers in each district. He is also the coordinator of the internship program for both primary and secondary school teachers in the training at Galen University, or teachers who are in training. And he serves as a full-time senior lecturer at the Faculty of Education. Dr. Torres is the current Dean of the Faculty of Education. Welcome, Dr. Torres.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Diana.
It's a pleasure to have you on with us tonight. Our next Dean, our next head eagle, is Dr. Sylvia Cattouse. Dr. Sylvia Cattouse is an accomplished leader in business, education, and gender equity advocacy in Belize. She holds an MBA in international business and marketing from UCLA and a doctorate in organizational and higher education leadership from Nova Southeastern University. Currently, Dr. Cattouse is the Dean of the Faculty of Business and Entrepreneurship at Galen University, with over 30 years of teaching and leadership experience in the U.S. and Belize. Before joining Galen University, she has engaged at educational institutions regionally and locally. Dr. Cattouse played a pivotal role in founding the Belize Export and Investment Promotion Unit, a precursor trade and investment organization to Beltrade. She has contributed significantly to national policy development, including Belize's National Gender Policy and Gender-Based Violence Action Plan. Passionate about empowering others, Dr. Cattouse is an active Rotarian and engages in initiatives like the Aspiring Woman Entrepreneurship Project. Her work bridges academia, policy, and volunteerism, driving positive change across Belize. Welcome, Dr. Cattouse.
Thank you, Ms. Diana. Great to be here.
Our third head eagle is Dean Sherry Gibbs. Dean Gibbs is originally from Canada, and she has been deeply involved in Belize archaeology since 1996. Her research spans culturally significant sites such as the ATM and Caracol. Now, Dean Gibbs, you can actually say the full name, Acton Tunchil Muknal.
Yeah, good job. Yeah.
In 2001, she officially made Belize her home, further enriching the academic landscape. Sherry began her tenure at Galen University in 2008 as part of the anthropology program. In 2016, Dean Gibbs assumed the role of Dean of the Faculty of Arts, Science and Technology, where she has consistently demonstrated her dedication to fostering academic excellence. Holding a master's in anthropology from Trent University, Dean Sherry Gibbs is currently pursuing a doctorate in higher education leadership at the University of Western Ontario. Passionate about student success, she is a tireless advocate for her students, ensuring they thrive both academically and personally. Welcome, Dean Sherry Gibbs.
Thanks so much.
So you have met our three deans. They play an integral role in the responsibilities of ensuring academic excellence at Galen University. They're responsible for the leadership of the faculties they head. They are responsible for the lectures, the programs, and the student success. It is a pleasure to have our deans on with us tonight. And at this point, I want to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with our questions and learning a little bit more about our deans. Stay tuned to the Galen Hour.
Whether you're starting fresh or finishing what you've started, there's no better gift than the gift of a Galen education. Let 2024 be your year to discover your inner eagle. Visit our website at www.galen.edu.bz or send us an email at admissions@galen.edu.bz or give us a call at 615-3129 or 614-6415. This Christmas, unwrap a brighter future at Galen University, where the magic of learning meets the joy of the season.
Welcome back to the Galen Hour. We're talking with our deans tonight. We have Dean Sherry Gibbs, Dr. Sylvia Cattouse, and Dr. Torres on with us. And we want to get into our discussion. I want to ask our deans to tell us a little bit about what a typical day looks like for them as deans of faculties.
Okay. Yes, good evening, everyone. In my case, it's a busy day. Honestly, I had to take a look at my emails and different correspondence. I have to review emails. I have to review my messages. I have to review important information from faculty, from staff, from students, to see if they have any urgent issues based on advising, based on the courses that they want to register, based on their performances on a semester basis. And I have to have meetings with different offices as well to continue planning and taking a look about the different activities that we have in the strategic planning that we have at Galen University. And you know, Galen University is a learner-centered institutions, and we always work in solidarity and unity with the other deans as well. And we have a busy day, honestly.
Yes, I certainly believe at the Office of Admissions and Marketing, when students want to know more about any of the programs, we connect them to our deans. That is how learner-centered, student-centered Galen University is. And so we are very grateful that our deans are so willing to assist our students, because we are committed to academic excellence and ensuring that we're guiding our students right.
That's right.
Dr. Sylvia Cattouse.
Miss Diana, I don't know that I have a typical day. Days just vary. However, let me try to think of a typical day. But generally, we have student issues we try to deal with.
Yeah.
We have challenges with faculty that we also try to deal. We usually, anything that we do during that course of the day, we try to make sure that we remain student-centered. That's usually our priority. We work with our faculty. Sometimes we're doing curriculum review. Sometimes we have to work with parents.
Yeah, that's right.
And my biggest challenge, honestly, I do get a lot of email from students. They questions about career, concerns about their pathway and internship. I spend time arranging internships and things like that. So I don't think I have a really typical day. Of course, we have to spend time liaising with other administrators. I think I speak with my provost
Almost every day.
daily, sometimes
daily
several
basis.
times a day, whether it's something that I have to call her to help me deal with or to get some consensus on, or she would call one of us or all of us to get consensus on certain decisions that need to be made. So it's not really, I don't think I really have a typical day.
Okay, it's typically Dr. Katus's.
But it's a busy day.
It's
It's a busy day.
Yes, thank
But
you. Dr.
good busy.
Good busy, yes, always busy. That's what I've observed. Didn't Sherry?
Yeah, I would agree with Dr. Katus, but Dr. Torres as well. You never really know what you're going to get into. You have a plan and sit down and open up your computer, and the emails always require something to be done. I like to work with also student affairs and our new student academic success center that's run by Miss Miriam Lowe, who is helping some of our students who are struggling. And because the Faculty of Art, Science, and Technology is responsible for all of the general education core courses, I get that opportunity to know students from all of the faculties. So not just the students from FAST. And some of them, they get referred, faculty who are teaching in those programs or courses will email because there's something has come up with students. I don't want to say issues because, again, sort of with that student-centered focus, faculty are concerned because a student has missed 2 or 3 days. And I know we're university and we want to treat them like adults, but we are concerned when we start to see absences. And so we'll reach out and we'll try to find out what's going on. Sometimes it's something that can be remedied quickly. Maybe they were sick, something happened within their family. And sometimes it's just bringing them back into the loop. Students not submitting, but we try to recognize those issues right away. And so I tend to stay in touch with Student Affairs Office and the Student Success so that we can, make sure that we keep our students on track.
Yeah, I congratulate all three of you on all that you do for our students. When we talk about Galen and why students should choose Galen, that is part of why they should choose Galen. The access to their deans, deans who are concerned for their progress and their education, advising them, ensuring, because sometimes what you all do is exactly what a student needs to stay on track and get back in the loop. You are all career educators? Would you call yourselves career educators? Let us know, and what motivated you and still motivates you to pursue a career in academia. And Dr. Katus, you want to?
I didn't consider myself a career educator, actually. I was a business professional for many years, both here and the United States. And I ended up in academia. And I started as an administrator, actually, in academia. And then I did it probably the opposite way to how some people do it. They start off as a lecturer and then they go into administration. And then I decided that I wanted the teaching experience. And so in a Belize institution. And so I started to teach. I am generally motivated. Well, even as a business professional, I was always the kind of person that mentored and coached and encouraged people. It's something that I get a great deal of satisfaction out of doing. I believe that education is a key to changing, to transforming, no matter where you are in your life. And it doesn't have to be a degree, but some sort of education, some kind of gaining of knowledge, of new knowledge. And so it's something that I am passionate about. And so no matter where I am, whether it is in academia or whether it is generally in industry, I will always be promoting education.
Fantastic.
Yeah, in my case, I would say I am passionate for knowledge and discoveries, which leads to curiosity. And honestly, I remember clearly when I was in high school, I had this female teacher who she really touched the life of our the students, that my classmates. She was very passionate. She was very dedicated. You could clearly see that she was there assisting us individually in whatever needs you have. And from that time, I said I want to be like her. And I think I'm being like her because I am there for my Galen students. I'm always there replying for emails. I'm always there sharing knowledge with them. I'm always there mentoring them, coaching them, and guiding them to be on the right track for them to be successful with their programs that we do at the Faculty of Education.
You're in the perfect faculty, Dr. Torres, because all of those are skills you want to transfer to our teachers who are.
And that is linking with competency-based learning and learner centers as well.
Fabulous. Dean Gibbs?
Yeah, I've always, when I was in high school, wanted to go to university and just loved the idea of university. When I got in, I guess I wanted to keep going. But I think that the area that I got into, being archaeology, is one of those areas that fits well for academia. So if you're going to be an archaeologist, you tend to be within an archaeology department. And all of my colleagues were doing PhDs or had already got positions within various academic institutions in North America and abroad. And so when I had that opportunity to work with Galen, it was sort of a dream come true. I had an opportunity then to stay in Belize. One of the things that I had tried to figure out was how could I stay here? Because the projects that I was working on were, some of them were seasonal, maybe contracts for 2 or 3 years. But landing that position at Galen really gave me that opportunity to stay, to get back into academia. And then now that I've decided to pursue a doctorate degree, even more so, that lifelong learning. I think, the same as Dr. Catuse and Dr. Torres, the importance of education, however that is, whatever it is, whether it's at university, whether it's set, just always being curious, wanting to know, wanting to learn more. There's a real joy in that. I believe you learn something new every day.
Every day, that's right.
And I always look for that. And I try to inspire that in students and other people to encourage them.
Lifelong learning.
Well, Galen, thanks you for
forever
choosing
learning
to stay in Belize. What distinguishes your Faculty of Art, Science and Technology from the other two faculties at Galen?
I think the FAST programs, they're unique, different from business. And I think business tends to be more, especially for Belize, sort of the traditional programs that students might opt for, or education. And so within, which we affectionately call FAST, we have programs that you can only study in Galen. So I think that's really nice and unique. We have our anthropology program, and that's what I originally started in. Students have the opportunity to focus on archaeology or cultural anthropology. And it's a one of a kind here in Belize, so I always like to push and promote that. Our environmental science program as well. The other institutions in Belize have natural resource management, but our environmental science program is different in, I think, more looking at policy development, policy makers, the importance of environment, protecting our environment while, of course, we need to keep developing, but doing that sustainably. Our computer science program, too, I often talk about how it's very different from IT, and most of the programs at the other tertiary institutions are looking at IT, hardware. We're really focused on software development and programming, software engineering, which allows you then to make all of the hardware do something. And so those apps, all of those games, and so I don't know, we'll get a chance to talk a little bit later. And I think tomorrow morning we've got a game programming course that we're starting. We're really excited about that. I think students already like to play games. Here's an opportunity to learn how to make them. Our criminal justice program, I think, is unique. It's different from criminology, so we really are looking at the criminal justice system and the systems that we have in Belize. Of course, we have our vet tech program. And then, yeah, our diploma in disaster risk management is new. And that's really been embraced, especially by public officers. We have our diploma in migration management. Yeah, so I think it's really unique, really different compared to what's offered at other institutions. But I think it adds a nice complement to what we have here at Galen.
Excellent.
Yes, it certainly does. Dr. Katus, under your Faculty of Business and Entrepreneurship, what makes your faculty, what distinguishes your faculty from the other two?
Well, of course, our courses are complementary to the whole programs that we offer. But we have the Faculty of Business and Entrepreneurship is the biggest faculty. We have the largest number of students and the largest number of programs within our faculty. And in terms of what makes our programs different, first of all, our business administration is unique. I know other schools have business administration but ours is unique in that students can come and major in business administration, but they can specialize. So they can specialize in criminal justice, in computer science. So the degree becomes then one: business administration, criminal justice, computer science, marketing, hospital, or any of the other programs that we offer. So that is a unique aspect of our business administration program. And then our certificate in accounting program. And then our bachelor's in accounting. In our bachelor's in accounting, we have a great internship. We have great relationships with all of the firms in Belize, and 100% of our students get hired even before they graduate. And then, of course, we have our MBA program, which is a really sought-after program. It's one that we do by cohorts, and some of I would say in many of the industries and different organizations in Belize are led by people who have earned MBAs from Galen University. We also, of course, have our newest introduction, I should say reintroduction, our Masters in Economics. That was a program that we started many years ago, and we stopped it, and then we restarted a couple of years now, and so we have a cohort of that going. And of course, there's our entrepreneurship program, and that program we're putting in place, in that program, a whole innovation center. We're currently working on that, and just last week we held a totally student-led forum, entrepreneurship forum, and it was really well received.
And it fitted into the Global Entrepreneurship Week, so it was well timed.
Exactly.
Thank you. Dr. Torres?
In my case, we are focused on practical experiences. We do a lot of collaboration, interaction among and between students. And in my faculty, they become experts in creating the best objectives for a lesson plan. They need to know the different components based on a template of a lesson plan. They need to know how to introduce a lesson for it to be motivated, for it to capture students' attention into a lesson development. And then during the lesson development, they need to have different teaching approaches that they need to implement for them to have student-centered activities into the lesson. And as well, they need to challenge students in the conclusion. So in our faculty, honestly, we are there to provide the best approaches, the best teaching strategies for our student teachers to become one of the most effective, efficient teachers that we need in our country. And in our bachelor's degree in primary ed, we usually provide students with the best template to create a unit plan, how to integrate with the competency-based learning, and as well when it comes to the bachelor's degree in the, secondary education, we have 6 concentrations. We have bachelor's in math education. We have a bachelor's in English education. So if they want to become a writer, they are good readers, they want to become someone that an anchor in news, then they can do a bachelor's in English. If they love math, they love numbers, they can do a bachelor's in mathematics. If they love physics, they can also do a bachelor's in physics education. As well, we have a bachelor's in computer science education. We have a bachelor's in Bayesian studies, social studies, and we also have bachelor's in business education. So in our faculty, honestly, when the student teachers are completing their programs in each of the method courses, they will be learning new approaches, new techniques on how to integrate technology into the classroom for them to be able to implement for students to have a teachable moment in the classroom.
Very good. We find lots of students appreciate what we bring in terms of the standards of our education, but also that we're accessible. Our teachers can continue going to school, keep their teaching jobs, and still pursue their education.
That's right.
And so we find more and more students are coming to us asking.
Yeah, because teachers, they can work during the day and they can take their classes in the evenings.
Yes.
And we have the best platform, Blackboard Collaborate, and now we will start to use class starting the spring semester, which one is one of the state-of-the-art programs and state-of-the-art delivery as well.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, so it's good to know. I mean, fantastic programs and the excellence. Galen is known for its excellence. But before we run into our first break, I'd like for each of you to tell us a little bit, or at least one achievement or accomplishment that you are particularly proud of during your academic career.
Gibbs?
Oh yeah, Dean Gibbs, you want to start?
That I'm proud of in the academic career. So I will, a few years ago within the anthropology program, and I was teaching a class in biological anthropology, and I introduced a topic in forensic anthropology. And students were really interested. They'd never heard of that before. And so at the time, I got connected with a forensic anthropologist, a board-certified forensic anthropologist in the U.S. He was at the University of Indianapolis, and the two of us collaborated to create an forensic anthropology course for Galen. He came down and we co-taught, and we've been able to continue running that program. I no longer teach in it. It's definitely an area that I'm extremely interested in, very passionate about, but I'm so happy that Belize finally has a forensic anthropologist, Dr. Blanco, and he now teaches that course for us. And so I think, in terms of accomplishments, I'm really proud about that and really happy that that's something that we were able to introduce at Galen. And so for anybody out there who's interested in that and in that field, it's an extremely important one, whether it's from the forensic medical legal side or human rights side. I have a very, it's dear to me. And so really happy now that we have a forensic anthropologist in the country at the Forensic Service who can do that.
Fantastic. Congrats.
I am particularly proud that through my leadership, we've been able to build partnerships with government and non-government organizations. We have managed to train public officers. Just recently, we developed a specific certificate program. It's a promotional certificate program for elections and boundaries officers. Also, generally a network that we have developed. We have Bell Trade and many others. And these are organizations that our students can intern with if they choose to. Some of our programs do have internships and some don't. But sometimes students want internships, so we can. We have good relationships with the Ministry of Trade. And so I think that the value that having those relationships bring to the university and to our students, I think is cannot be surpassed.
Cannot.
Yeah, I'll be very brief and short. In my case, one of the accomplishment is that we're touching lives as teachers. And honestly, teachers are being trained to touch the life of students, either primary or secondary schools, and how for them to be able to create an environment that students feel welcome, feel loved. And at Galen University, in the courses that we provide, honestly, in the method courses, we train teachers to become experts in different areas. They become nurses, they become doctors, they become any of the different skills that they need to implement in the classroom.
Fantastic. Okay, so we'll take our first break and we'll be right back with the Galen Hour. Stay tuned.
Welcome to a world of endless possibilities where academic excellence meets the beauty of nature. Join us at Galen University in beautiful Belize, where we always excel.
Galen University, more than just a place to study. Whether you're starting fresh or finishing what you've started, there's no better gift than the gift of a Galen education. Let 2024 be your year to discover your inner eagle. Visit our website at www.galen.edu.bz or send us an email at admissions@galen.edu.bz or give us a call at 615-3129 or 614-6415. This Christmas, unwrap a brighter future at Galen University, where the magic of learning meets the joy of the season.
Welcome back to the Galen Hour. Tonight we're talking with our three deans. It has been a pleasure hearing from them. The proof really is in the Eagles. I always say that when we go to recruit, and tonight the proof is in our head Eagles, why Galen is the head institution in this country for academic excellence and student and learner centeredness. Welcome back, Dr. Torres, Dr. Catus, Dean Sherry Gibbs. I want us to start this second part of our Galen Hour by talking about what advice you would give to students who are struggling to find their academic passion.
Okay, so I would usually advise students to try some courses that they haven't thought about. When our students come to us, especially the ones that come right out of high school, they don't have to make a decision right away as to what they want to major in. So we recommend that they take courses that seem to be courses that
Whether you're starting fresh or finishing what you've started, there's no better gift than the gift of a Galen education. Let 2024 be your year to discover your inner eagle. Visit our website at www.galen.edu.bz or send us an email at admissions@galen.edu.bz or give us a call at 615-3129 or 614-6415. This Christmas, unwrap a brighter future at Galen University, where the magic of learning meets the joy of the season.
Welcome to a world of endless possibilities where academic excellence meets the beauty of nature. Join us at Galen University in beautiful Belize, where we always excel.
Galen University, more than just a place to study.
Welcome back to the Galen Hour. I do apologize for that quick break. Dr. Katus, would you please continue?
That's okay, Miss Deanna. I was saying that what we advise students to do is try some courses, something that sounds interesting to you. I don't think that people should rush to decide on what they want to major in. And the thing that I find students come stuck to say, oh, I have to major in this and I have to follow. No, try different courses. Right now, I have a situation where, and I just dealt with this actually this afternoon. A student came in and she started out in marketing. But within the marketing program, there are some international business courses. And she's taken them and she said, you know what? I really like international business. And so we sat and we talked a little bit more about what international business is, the careers, etc. And she's going to change majors. And she actually, the excitement, and since I'm also an international business major, the excitement in her voice, I knew that was the right decision to, So and also, not only that, try different things. We have guest speakers that come on campus. Go to those things. Hear what's happening. I know that students don't look at the news, but they do look at short clips and they do podcasts and things like that. Do those kinds of things. You might find something that you really like. I also advise students volunteer. Volunteer. We have had some students, we had students volunteer at the Raptor Center and also at the Belize Zoo, things like that, and they discovered their passion.
I totally agree with what Dr. Katus is saying. And that's usually what we say when we go and meet with high school students, but also junior college students. Whatever you've done in high school, whatever area that you were sort of funneled into to major, or in junior college, you can do something completely different. You've realized that's not what you're interested in, or you want to try something different. And we encourage students to, if they want to come, so like me, when I wanted to go to university, I had no idea. There were just so many options, but take that first year. We're not going to set you up so that you're taking all kinds of courses that you'll end up maybe not using.
Exactly.
But we encourage students to find within our general education core to take these courses, try them out, but get involved with the clubs as well. And so maybe you want to find out more about economics, you want to know more about anthropology, and we have students within all of the clubs who aren't necessarily part of those programs, which I think is great. Next week, we're going to be doing the Wildlife Ambassador program through the Belize Wildlife Referral Clinic. And they're offering that to our students and sort of threw it out there. And it's not just students who are interested in animal, we've got anthropology students, environmental science students, students from different disciplines who are going to participate in that. I think that's one of the great things with Galen is that there are those opportunities.
And I think Ms.
for
Gibbs
students.
and Dr. Katus, the other thing is that it's easy to communicate with the deans. It's easy to communicate with the professors, and professors and deans will always be there to guide you, to support you, to mentor you, so that you're on the right track to discover your interests when it comes to the program that you want to do. And at Galen University, like what I mentioned, is learner-centered. And if you noted that this bachelor's degree in primary education is not really impacting your career and you want to do change of program to a bachelor's in accounting, then it's easy to do it. We're there to support you. The deans are always there working together, supporting students, and for you to really put the theory into practice when it comes to real world situations.
And to let students know, sorry,
That's
that
okay.
they've chosen a major and they're about to finish, but you, and especially these
Decided,
days, your career isn't set in stone when you're 18 years old, and I think that's a horribly daunting thing for students, young people. You get a degree and you have a degree and the world is really open to you. You can do anything with that degree regardless of what it's in, and you can change careers, go back to
Several
school,
times,
do something
yes.
different. Yeah, and I think being aware of that too. And so that's where that, advising and encouraging and mentorship comes.
Exactly.
And-
And one of the things that we try to do too is engage students with the things that we are doing. So, for example, just last week, Entrecon was held, and we were able to have some of our students invited to come and be at Entrecon with us. And I know Dean Gibbs have the same situation with things that she's engaged with, as well as Dr. Torres.
It is so very important for our viewing audience and prospective students to see Galen from the perspective of our deans, Unless you're in a recruitment, you might not always have this opportunity. So tonight is actually a welcome opportunity for our viewing audience, for prospective students, to hear from you. So this leads us then right into the question of what would be your advice to a prospective student who is deciding whether or not they should come to further their tertiary education, but also come to Galen University?
I would say to choose Galen University, because Galen University is one of the best in our country. And at Galen, you will get the best advising. You will get the cream of the crop professors, the best deans, the best provosts, the best marketing team. And we are always there with student affairs, trying to see that you perform at the level that Galen wants you to perform. And if you're not performing at that level, we have coach, we have mentors who will be assisting you to perform at the level that we want you to perform. Because at Galen, we really want you to be successful at the end of your program.
Absolutely.
One of the things that we've been talking about, I know we've done this a couple times, is especially high school students want to know what university is like. Hop into one of our classes. So I've had a student come into online class. It's really easy for us to share the link. You can come in, you can see what the classes are about. Do you like the topic that's being discussed? And being on campus. And so for Eagle Day, there's that opportunity for students to come on. But I think if students are interested, I feel like that is an option. And so anybody out there, and for parents too, who want their child to have an opportunity to see what it's like and if they're going to like that environment, and to see what the level is.
One of the things that I like is really, and we're truly a student-centered university. Dean Gibbs mentioned earlier, when students have problems, we would all try to see how we can intervene and help that student. If a student, it's not like some schools where a student can be missing forever and it's okay. We have lecturers send us notes. The student has been missing 3 or 4 times. And if it's a program that's in Dean Gibbs' faculty, she would look at it. And if it's one of my students in one of her classes, she would contact, and then we would see what intervention would be possible. Sometimes you call the student and just, I'm really just not interested. And then you try to find out, well, why, aren't you interested? But that's one of the things I like the most about Galen University.
The other thing I would also share is we have the best registration process. Students will literally know which courses they will take on a semester basis. The advisor will meet with them face-to-face or online at their convenience. And honestly, they will know which courses they will have for fall semester, spring semester, summer semester, second year, third year, fourth year. And if they want to overload, they just go with the advisor. The advisor asks them to fill in a form. The records office is ready to assist them. The record office as well as student center office, where they're always there for the students.
I think one of the other areas, and to not make it sound like, the lecturers at Galen are keeping attendance like you're in high school.
Yes,
and you're going to get in trouble because the dean is calling you. But I guess if we go back to the question that you had asked about a proud moment, it's really to make sure that the students, you've already invested so much time and money, we don't want to see that wasted, and we want to see you graduate. So really, the proudest moment is to see them walk across the stage.
Yes.
Because understanding and knowing that importance of education, and that really they're going to be able to do whatever they want. They've got that. And more so these days, you really need to have that education,
It's an
that great
accomplishment.
stepping stone. And so, yeah, it's to make sure that you're okay. What do you need? But to get you through and out and
How can we
onto
help
your
you
life.
get to the end?
Yeah.
Ready for what the world
What? Yes.
Yeah.
throw at you.
At least that first big accomplishment.
Yes. Right. So I want to take a few minutes because we're quickly running out of time. To get to know our eagles a little bit better. There's a speed question segment that we often do. So we get to know our eagles better. So the first one is Harpy Eagles swoop in with precision. Would you rather deliver Christmas presents by soaring through the skies or by sneaking down chimneys?
Sneaking down chimneys. Yeah. I'd be a sneaker. And I'm wearing sneakers today, so.
All right. Anybody else for that question?
I think I like the excitement of soaring through the sky.
The same thing with me, soaring through the sky.
Guys, all right. Harpy Eagles can hear even the faintest sound in the jungle. Would you rather use your super hearing to eavesdrop on Santa's workshop or hear every whisper about your Christmas gifts?
Santa's workshop.
Santa's workshop.
Yeah.
My Christmas gift.
Yeah. Harpy Eagles have incredible talons and that allow them to grip tightly. Would you rather use your talons to grab the last Christmas cookie or snag the first present under the tree?
What kind of cookie?
It depends on the type of cookie. Yeah. Right.
What is it? Snag the cookie or the first
It's
present?
it's snag the first present or grab the last
last
Christmas cookie.
Cookie.
For the cookie?
For me, it's a present.
Maybe.
I don't know the
I'm not a
surprise.
cookie lover.
Especially if I already ate all of the cookies before and I don't need the last one.
Harpy Eagles have keen vision to spot things from afar. Would you rather find the best Christmas deals from a mile away or spot the perfect Christmas gift from a mile away? Best Christmas deals or the perfect Christmas gift?
The perfect Christmas gift.
Perfect Christmas.
Perfect
Perfect
Christmas gift.
Christmas gift.
That's right.
Harpy Eagles can soar through dense forest without making a song. Would you rather sneak into a Christmas party without anyone noticing or glide silently into the living room to catch Santa in action?
Yeah, I want to catch Santa in action. Although I do like
Why
to
you want
glide
to get Santa in
silently.
action?
Eating the last cookie.
I don't like any of those.
You were going to answer that one. Okay.
I don't like any of those.
All right, Dr. Catus. Would you rather, Harpy Eagles have incredible grip. Would you rather carry Santa's sack of toys in your talons or hold on tight during a wild sleigh ride?
Sleigh ride.
Sleigh ride.
Hold on tight during a wild sleigh ride.
Adventurous.
Yeah.
Would you rather swoop down to grab the last Christmas? We done said that one, right? Harpy Eagles nest in the tallest trees of the rainforest. Would you rather sleep in a cozy eagle nest under the stars or in a snow-covered cabin by the fire?
Adventure.
The adventure
Yeah,
would be
I'd go for a nest.
You go for the nest.
Yeah. Although I do like a nice fire.
Yeah. We'll do some of both.
Yeah.
discoveries there.
Okay, so, and our last one is Harpy Eagles are great parents, always protecting their chicks. Would you rather babysit Santa's mischievous elves or keep a flock of baby Harpy Eagles entertained?
I think it's
Like a happy baby. Yeah, I will
Eagles.
entertain the
Yeah.
baby eagles.
I don't know. They'd be afraid that they'd
Would,
fall
would,
out
it,
of
would
the
that be
nest.
challenging?
so-
Would that be challenging?
yeah, at least the elves. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I've never met an elf, so that's an unknown for me. But
All right, so good. So at least we get a little feel for what our eagles would be like, and what your preferences are. If you are, and I'm giving you the opportunity to give a Christmas message to Galen Eagles. What is your message to our current Galen Eagles and possibly those Eagles who are getting ready to join us in January?
I would say the ones enrolled already, keep believing in yourself. Success is right around the corner. Continue being responsible. Continue doing your assignments. Continue following deadlines. And to the new Eagles coming, we welcome to Galen University because honestly, we want you to be an agent of change in our country, Belize.
Fantastic.
I would say, I think it's important to believe in yourself.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's also important to set your own pace, not to follow anybody else's pace. And don't let what others say about you deter you. Find a passion. It doesn't have to be something at school, but you should have something that you have some passion about, because I think then that motivates you to do other things. And I would also say, give yourself the gift of volunteering. I'm an avid volunteer. I believe it's important for personal development, for contributing back to your community. And so I would really like to see more of our young people volunteering. But most of all, just connect with your peers, connect with your family.
That's right.
And peace
Yeah.
in the world.
That's kind of, to say everything that they said. But also, I really hope that our Eagles and all of those others who may one day become Eagles take this holiday season to reflect, rest up, because I know there's a lot of stress, and that believing in themselves. And so sit back, reflect on how the semester went,
Yes.
what you can improve on. Take this time, find a hobby, find that passion, maybe whether it's spending time with your garden, in a garden, getting out into nature, connecting with people, connecting with nature, with your pets, connecting with your family and friends, but not, don't waste this time. I think it's really precious, especially those who've been studying and working so hard. We're at the tail end of exams. I know it's a really stressful time, and that self-care, and to, go easy on yourselves. You've had a really rough time doing a lot of work, and be proud of themselves. And I think taking all that in, revel in that, and enjoy the holiday. And,
Always be proud of yourself
And always be
and
proud of
your accomplishments.
That's right.
absolutely.
That's right.
Beautiful.
And don't wait for anybody else to tell you.
No.
You claim it.
Yeah.
That's right. And always be there for your family as well.
Yes, Christmas is such a beautiful time of the year. I mean, it's one of my favorite times of the year. This year, Galen University will be hosting one of the nights of the 12 days of Christmas countdown here on Love, and so we have the December 17th night. So that should be quite enjoyable, and we encourage everybody to tune in and see what Galen brings to part of the joy of Christmas. What's new? After we take a Christmas break, we come back in the new year. What would each of your faculty be bringing new to our Belizean students?
We've got, FAST has 2 new courses, the computer gaming, excited about that, and creative writing. We're offering them both as art courses for any student out there who needs an art elective, but also, anybody who's interested. I think it should be known that any of these courses that we have, you don't have to be enrolled in a program and a full-time student to want to take these courses. So, if it sounds interesting to you. So I'm really looking forward and exciting for the creative writing, bringing that passion back to writing. I think there's a lot of concern with what AI is doing. With some incredible, talented artists, writers, some fantastic, and poets. And so I think, getting students interested in writing and looking at writing differently, I think it's going to be great.
In my case, what we're planning to do is create CPD hours for teachers. so that teachers can take their CPD hours during the semesters, the fall, spring, and summer. They take a break because teachers, especially primary school teachers and secondary school teachers, they're always there. Summer break, they're doing their CPD hours. So we're working on a proposal, we're working on a schedule so that teachers can take their CPD hours during September to December, January to April.
Wow.
And this will work with the ministry to see that it counts for their CPD hours that they need to have for 120 CPD hours.
I'm sure that
And
will
also, we're planning to have new undergraduate programs, also planning to have graduate programs as well in the Faculty of Education. So things news are coming into the
New
Faculty
things
of
are
Education.
coming. Absolutely, Dr.
Yes.
One of the things that we're excited about, and something we've been working on for some time, but we think this semester it will really be set in place, is our Innovation Center. We have some seed money, and we will be doing some proposals as well. But in the Innovation Center, students can come in with an idea, and they have an opportunity to develop that idea into whatever product or service. And the hope is eventually we'll have students graduating not just with a degree from the entrepreneur, and really not just students in entrepreneurship program. That could be any Galen student who has an entrepreneurial idea can come into the center and develop that idea further. And of course, we'll be working with partners in our network to help mentor them as well.
Fantastic.
And a few other things,
Yeah.
but that's the thing I'm
Save that
most
for-
excited
Yeah.
about.
Many new
Yes.
things
A little
occurring
hint
at Galen
that-
University.
Yeah, what's coming? I mean, our deans are always working hard to ensure that we are catering to our Belizean public and to the needs of our employers and our educators, right? So it's good to know. I mean, I'm really so pleased to have you on tonight. I thank you for sharing all that you've shared with us. It is good for the Belizean public and the general public to see who is behind the fantastic work that Galen does. So I thank you on behalf of Galen University and all of our Eagles for all that you do. Before we end tonight, I need to correct an error I made last Galen hour. I talked about the harpy eagle, which we do know that our zoo has harpy eagles, and Panama is one of them. And I said I wasn't sure if Panama was still around. Well, there is Panama. Panama is alive and well. Dr. Celsa, my apologies, but here we have it. I encourage Belizeans to visit our zoo,
It's the best zoo.
to go check out the harpies that are at the zoo. So we hear about harpy eagles. Galen's mascot is actually a eagle from our region, and we have harpy eagles at the Belize Zoo. So harpy looks really cute, right? That's what
Alive and well.
is alive and well. All right, and we can look out for an episode with the Belize Zoo in our one of our New Year season. So, on behalf of Galen University, I thank you for joining us. This episode wraps up our season 7, which was focused on our Soaring Eagles, and so we looked at Galen from the perspective of what our Eagles are doing, and Eagles at all aspects of Galen. Thank you so very much for having joined us. You can view our recordings on our website. They're on our Facebook page as well. If you want to go back and look, they're on our YouTube channel. We wish you a very Merry Christmas. Be safe. This is such a joyous season. Galen will be around. You'll be seeing us, hearing us before the year ends for sure, because we're always doing something of interest. But it is absolutely a pleasure to share this particular space with Belizeans. And I thank you for joining us tonight. And I'll see you next year. Same place, same time. Have a good night and a Merry Christmas and a happy 2025.
Are you ready to change your life forever, ever? In celebration of the 1-year anniversary of the Belize Government Lotteries Limited, we're bringing you a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. The One in a Million raffle.
What?
Yes, you heard that right. You could win up to $1 million. This isn't just any raffle. This is a celebration of you, our loyal supporters who have made our first year unforgettable. Imagine the possibilities.